Ravens get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 20.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Prescott from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Jaguars, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd down, Prescott. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Gun. Here's Prescott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Gain on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Jacksonville.
First down, Robinson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He was brought down by...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown,
Chris Thompson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. From the gun, Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Flush. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Jaguars
come to the line to start their next drive.
From 49-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Open man is Duvernay.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Forced it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Prescott down. And Eifert has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st down, Jaguars.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there with a nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
He's going to go up top for the end zone, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Throwing, Prescott, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further.
Ravens 7. Josh Lambo.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
2-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Prescott to Thompson on the screen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
A gain of 23 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Two first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 22. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now third.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
1st and 10.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
A
A good pickup there, 21 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Man, Lamar Jackson, we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground. He forced 42 missed tackles last year. That's twice as many as any other quarterback in the NFL. To your point, very difficult to get him down.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. High. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Jaguar.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
5-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the ball carrier. The tackle made by Miles Jack. It's a gain.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Through an opening, and there he goes.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Ravens 13. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And now it's second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd and 12. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Let's go, defense. Yeah. It's our time. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Right here.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now let's see where they turn on third and goal from the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jackson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Steps away, and he's going to keep it here. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and short now following the fumble. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. Yep.